Good morning, everyone. It's another episode of Video Saturdays. Today being Saturday, January 7th, 2012. Still a little weird saying 2012, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. Not a whole lot going on this morning. Hopefully everyone is having a great weekend. And if you're not, hopefully it gets better. Like I just said, not much going on. I did post a photo of Star Trek II Wrath of Khan communicator yesterday, and I thought that we would, show you a few things about it, play some sounds and whatnot. I just turned it on. It plays sound clips from the movie. I'll play a few of those for you.
Spock here. Space Station Regular 1, do you read? Admiral, this is Spock. Time, bloodsucker. You're gonna have to do your own dirty work now, do you hear me? Do you? Khan, you've got Genesis, but you don't have me. You are going to kill me, Khan. You're going to have to come down here. You're going to have to come down here. I've done far worse than kill you. I've hurt you. And I wish to go on hurting you.
So that was Khan, played by the late Ricardo Montalban. Great actor. Uhura was featured in there. Spock and Captain Kirk. Speaking of Captain Kirk, probably one of the most iconic Star Trek Captain Kirk moments was this. I've seen Khan on several things over the years. Probably one of my favorites is seeing it on license plates. I think that's great. It also has a feature where you can get an incoming communication. And I'll go ahead and set that up. As soon as you close the lid, it takes a few seconds for it to beep. And you go ahead and open it up, and I'll play it.
Admiral, this is Spock. Spock. Engine room reports auxiliary power restored. We can proceed at impulse power. Best speed, regular 1.
And there's another one of those. Great prop toy. Very excited to have gotten this. I've actually wanted it for quite a while. I do remember opening the package though on Christmas and thinking, holy crap, that thing is huge. And I didn't really remember it being quite that big in the movies. And I looked at some movie stills, and it's actually about the right size, if not perfect size. So I guess having made that movie in the early 80s, things were a lot bigger back then. It goes really well with the Star Trek II Wrath of Khan phaser. I've showed that to you guys before. Another great prop. This one's really fun. And I guess would be to complete the collection of landing party gear would be a tricorder. But the tricorder they used in Star Trek II was really, really big. That thing must have been at least 12 inches in length, if not more, and probably 9 or so inches wide. The thing was huge. I can't really see a toy maker making that, or prop. I don't even think Roddenberry on their props have anything like that. So yeah, the thing is huge. Let's see. In local news, our governor of Washington State, Christina Gregoire, is going to try to pass through legislation the gay marriage bill. So we're kind of on pins and needles around here to see what comes of that. And hopefully it goes through. I'm really excited if it does. I think it would be a really good victory for the gay community here in Washington State. It's just kind of funny how one word can so many people angry. And that word would obviously be marriage, or the opposite, union. So you got marriage for the more conservative, religious people that don't want gay people to be able to use that word. And then you've got the gay community that doesn't want to use the word union. And, I guess when it boils down to it, it's just words, but the words have, equality underlined in them. So, and I can understand that. I think probably a few years ago, I didn't really get that, it was that really that big of a deal, and was okay with the gay community, getting the word union. But I guess when it boils down to it, it does come to, equality. So, I guess one other solution would be to get rid of the word marriage altogether for the straight community and the gay community. Obviously still having, a commitment to each other and reaping the benefits of that, but actually taking the word marriage out and making it, it could be, I'm not sure exactly what that word would be, and to kind of put some thought into that. Union fits, but it's kind of almost been tainted now, so I don't think a lot of people would like that. But like I said, I'm not quite sure what word would fit in there. Would love to hear from you guys and any suggestions. Pardon me. But I mean, it's just kind of crazy because it's kind of become this, us versus them battle, and them being, very conservative. Not all right wings, but a lot of them, and religious people, and not all religious people, but a lot of religious people. And it's just, I don't know, it becomes kind of this crazy thing. It's a lot of people here know that I am not a religious person. I have no problem with the religion. I just don't want it to interfere with, the way that I want to live my life. And it seems that this country has a lot of backing by religion. And that's kind of what makes, politicians and whatnot. I don't know if that makes sense, but, like the, excuse me, the Republican debates they had a few months ago, the debate was, who's more of a Christian? And it really, I guess if you're a right-wing Republican, it might matter, but to me, it shouldn't matter. I think that if you're going to be president, you need to not focus on your religious beliefs per se. They can guide you in your morals and whatnot. Not that every politician out there has morals, as we have found out over the years, all of the scandals and whatnot. But when you have a president that says that God speaks to them or whatever, that I don't think that should really have a place in being president. You're supposed to represent everyone in the country, and I think that really excludes not only the atheists, but the Mormons and all of that. Excuse me. I am kind of coming down with a cold, so if I clear my throat a lot, I apologize. Excuse me. I don't know. I just think that this country needs a lot of reform. I'm not anti-American. I think America is a great country. I think that we have a lot of work to do to reform the country. And, I think we really need to start taking care of ourselves before we search out the world and try to help others. Having the caretaker personality that I do, it's hard for me not to want to help other people. But, when you're not doing well, it's hard to give, those people the care that they really need. So, I think that this country really needs to focus on itself right now. Rebuild economy and that kind of stuff, and reform. Figure out, almost, I think this country really needs to have, a huge audit on everything, I mean, you look at law books that have, laws that are still in the books from, 100 years ago. Get rid of those, Let's get this country in modern times, give equality, and I think that, people will be a lot happier. So yeah, I mean, it's just amazing in the past, probably 10 years or so, how, this country kind of went from very happy to, being very sad and struggling. And some of that is, war. I think that when Bill Clinton was in office, things seemed pretty good. I think he was a fairly good president. He had his faults and, could have probably done more. But I don't think he did, too many terrible things. A lot of people bring up the sex scandal and whatnot. To me, I could have cared less, It didn't even register as being, that bad or bad at all on my scale there. He was doing his job, and as long as he got it done, I could care less what he does. So, yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to bring religion or politics into this video Saturday. I don't really script these, so they're kind of just whatever I'm thinking about, and yeah. So next week I'm turning the big 3-9, a year away from the big 4-0. Not really too worried about it. It doesn't really bother me too much. But I might feel differently come next year around this time, where it's like, I'm gonna be turning 40. Oh no, what do I do? But I don't really see that happening. But then again, like I said, it could happen. So anyway, I will cut this short. I've probably taken up enough of your Saturday. If you have any comments or questions or ideas or whatever about what I talked about this episode, or perhaps ideas for another episode, that would be great. You can email me or leave comments. Next week, I have a friend coming up for my birthday weekend, so I might have a guest, which will be interesting. I'm not quite sure what that will be like, but anyway. And I got to do another one probably with the boys, and I will try to get Rich on one of these days, which is going to be a task. He is kind of like me. He doesn't really like his picture being taken and whatnot, but we will see what we can do. So everyone have a great weekend. Have a great Saturday. Hopefully your work week next week goes well. And if you're not working, hopefully your unwork week goes well. I don't know quite what to call that. But anyway, this is James signing off, and I will see you guys next week. See ya.